I am Ridusmita Fukan, presently working at a lecturer of District Institute of Education and Training, Dibrugarh, Sabua, Assam. It is my duty and responsibility to make the common man aware of how physical education is important for sound health and well-being as a physical education professional. So today in front of you all, I offer a brief overview about the relevance of physical education, especially in children. In the eyes of the general public, physical education is participation in any sports. In a word, it is only a part of the scope of physical education. The above mentioned phrase fails to inform the complete definition of physical education. You may know that when we say health, we do not just mean to stay away from illness or any kind of diseases. Health covers every aspect of a person, right from the physical, mental, emotional, social, moral, spiritual, etc. It is important to mention in this context that the health of the individual and physical education complements the other. To maintain the good health and well-being of any person, health requires proper growth and development of every aspect of its scope, and physical education never fails to meet the requirements. In fact, physical education is closely linked to the holistic development of a child's or an individual's mental, social, emotional, cognitive, and physical demands in order to build a sound and strong foundation for well being through physical activities. Sports, on the other hand, the scope of sports is somehow narrower than the range of physical education because physical education is solid and broad foundation, whereas sports is to pursue a particular game or is about to following a certain game, strategically enhancing one's skills in that game. Now let's go to the core of this video. That is, let us realize the need of physical education for children. Thomas Jefferson stated, exercise and recreation are as necessary as reading. I will rather say more necessary because health is worth more than learning. Play is the birth instinct of a child. Every child feels great pleasure when he or she has the opportunity to play with family members or with friends from an early age. It may be recalled that the United Nations Convention had enacted Article 31, the Right to Play Act, realizing the importance of play, physical education in children's life. Along with the other child's right, according to this article, every child has the right to participate in cultural and creative activities, rest, comfort, leisure, play as well. Now, here is a question arises. The Act has been approved and a total number of 193, that means 193 nations that have accepted the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, including India, are legally obliged to uphold and promote the rights of children who are involved in this article. But do we understand the importance of it in real terms? Surely the answer will be negative. The current era is a mechanical age. It is important to own a multi talented personality by keeping ourselves busy not only with studies as well as other relevant tasks to keep pace with this fast life system. Otherwise, we will get lost somewhere on the pretext of unannounced competition going on around us. Physical education or participation in games and sports is one of the relevant aspects. Will social attitudes towards physical education and sports change only if you or I know its importance? We also need to make our society aware of the benefits of physical education, don't we? So today, through this virtual mode, I highlighted the value of physical education in the lives of our children, the future builders of our nation, from you to society. First, One is that mental relaxation. Let me tell you one story. A few days ago, a young 6-year-old boy from our neighborhood came running to me. He does not like it if he fails to visit our home once in a day. But that day was a little different. He seemed to be feared. Seeing me, he started crying loudly and started objecting me. He said he does not like reading anymore. He has tuitions in the morning. He spends the day in school. Coming from school, he must completing his homeworks. Again in the evening, his tuition, art class, guitar class, etc. begins. Besides this, at night, his mother insists on him at the study table to teach him. So probably you are also familiar with this scene. What's happening here? We have forced a child to read so much that is gradually creating mental stress for the child. Instead, if instead if the child have had been taken to spend some quality time in the open playground in the afternoon, he would definitely have felt mentally relaxed. Playing minor games with their peers, performing physical exercises together with everyone under the supervision of physical education teachers always creates a fresh feeling in the child's mind. This fun, this joy is the motto of healthy growth and development of the child. Don't worry, the happiness achieved during the afternoon session can never disturb your child's academic performance. In fact, it will encourage him or her to perform their duties smoothly with double enthusiasm. Second one is socialization. In today's age, the number of single family is much higher than the joint families in the society. Parents are busy with their one or two of children. No one has time or need to know what is happening in or around the society. As a result, the moral duty of socialization that people had to perform as social beings seems to have faded. Your child is with you today, but if he has to live alone in another district, another state, or another country for study, it is natural that he fails to reach his goal that he is hoping to achieve if he cannot reconcile with the environment, unable to socialize with the people, society around him. Participation in physical education and sports is one aspect that encourages children to improve their socializing process as much as possible. Physical activity, when children do together with many companions, the difference between caste, religion, languages, or so called classes of society are never appreciated. Besides, every child develops qualities such as cooperation, coordination, compassion, kindness, hard-working attitude, etc. A player can face any situation in a major or minor games play, but physical education teaches the player how to move forward along with these obstacles. The importance of humanity in the socialization process is undescriptious. The gold medal share in the high jump at the recently concluded Tokyo Olympics 2020 is an excellent demonstration of humanity. It is worth noting that only participation in sports has succeeded in playing, implanting the seeds of humanity in his mind. Physical education informed us that it is only during the competition that the opponent is an enemy, otherwise, the highest friends. Third one is self esteem development. Under intense pressure of emotions, people sometimes do not hesitate to do things that hurt self esteem by losing their conscience. But at a later stage, the incident that has already taken place becomes a matter of self pity. Physical education provides a suitable education to a person on how to control his or her emotional tendencies according to the environment or according to the circumstances. Both the lost and the winning situation arises in the game. Too much appreciation or too much sorrow never gives a positive result. Physical education teaches a child or an individual to focus on their work so that one can increase his or her self esteem by easily adopting both the losing or winning condition, getting the knowledge from the experience. Fourth one is physical and mental development. It is well known fact that performing physical exercises or taking part in physical activity makes people healthy. Participation in physical activities contributes to the healthy functioning of each organ of the body. Sometimes it is felt that people start physical exercise only after settling down in some sick bodies. Today, if I go to any field in the morning, the number of people suffering from any illness is more noticeable than that of young children. So, if we are educated with physical education before hypokinetic disorders appear in the body, the number of sick people in the society will definitely come down. Mental development is also to be taken in the account along with sound development of physical health. Physical development alone or mental development alone can never give birth to a healthy citizen. To establish oneself in the society, one has to move equally, both physically and mentally. Physical education never hesitates to develop both the aspects of the individual. Real life satisfaction. Last one, but not the least, real life satisfaction. Human life is very short in this world. It should be advisable for everyone to gain self satisfaction or complacency by enjoying this brief life beautifully. There can never be the same happiness as enjoying one's life in an open playground under the open sky, dissolved in nature in the open air. Participation in physical education or sports never means medal achievement. The goal of both is to make the life happy and peaceful. From this, we come to know the kind of positive impact physical education has on a child's life or an individual's life. As a physical education student, I feel that every person in the society, every parent must understand its importance. Physical education in schools should be compulsory from primary stage. The pioneers of future life, the trainees of every teacher training institute who are moving forward to become teachers should also understand the need for physical education. Formal education of children without physical education is always incomplete. Namaskar.